So I've had a hard time figuring out where to even begin with making any videos this summer, because I thought it was just going to be a boring summer. I thought I'd make a couple videos of, the boat work that I did to the boat. At the time, the vessel's name was the Catspaw. It was a Hunter 31, 1985. Pretty solid vessel. I got it for a relatively good deal last summer, because my daughter and I just happened to stumble upon it at a marina. Wasn't even really for sale. We just talked to the owner and she sold it to us. And we loved that boat, and we sailed it like crazy. And over the winter, I did a new water system to it. I did everything: new sinks, new faucets, new water lines, new hot water heater. Had the boat set up nicely. We went through the interior. We were about to start doing all the upholstery to the cushions. We had purchased all the upholstery to do that, and I went through all the electrical. I built up the battery bank, put solar on the boat, put refrigeration on it so we could keep food cold. So many things we just did to it, just little things to get comfortable on the boat. We could make extended trips on it. We had all these plans for this summer, and then after 2 small weekend trips out up to Burlington, I left the boat on a Friday to go to a wedding, and I wasn't going to be on the boat for the weekend, and the boat went through a nasty windstorm, and I guess there were some massive waves that were building out of the south, and the marina that it's at did not like the southerly aspect of the wind and the waves, and it dragged my mooring into another boat, and it destroyed the catspaw. So that's where I decided to start, is this video here, and it's kind of a lead into what I'm about to put together here for a video that pretty much shows how that boat got destroyed, and the couple weeks that I was out of the vessel because of it, having to deal with insurance claims and whatnot. And then my wife took us on a marathon boat shopping spree down to Long Island, and then around to Connecticut and to Massachusetts and Rhode Island, and we stopped and looked at a handful of boats in one weekend, and then we needed to replace it, and we loved the Catspaw. The Catspaw was awesome. We loved everything about it. And we were having a very hard time finding another 30-foot vessel that had the space in it with that vessel. It was just an amazingly comfortable, well-sailing boat, and our family really liked it. And we stepped on other boats, and my wife would just get off and say, no, that's not as good as our other boat. And finally, we stepped on Quackon, which I'm sailing right now. And the Quackon was in Providence, Rhode Island. And the owners were awesome, so inviting. They invited us down again for another weekend sail. Getting emotional because it was just such an awesome experience. So we went down, and the whole family went sailing. They took us out on the Providence River sailing for a Saturday. It was amazing. We had a great time. And we got to meet his father-in-law, who's a captain. He gave us a ton of knowledge because we bought the boat, and we, at that point, had to figure out how to sail that thing from Providence, Rhode Island to Vermont. And everyone keeps asking me, you can do that? And it's possible. We sailed a good ways, and we had to eventually put the mast down and motor through all the lock systems. But I am back on Champlain with our new vessel, and here's the story for that.